As a career counselor, if you ask me what is the most common question that I come across in AP and Telangana is CBSE versus state. Because in AP and Telangana, you have majority of the schools which are state board. You have intermediate colleges which are state board. You have all the IIT NEET coaching centers, CACPT coaching centers which are state board. So students and parents who complete their class 10 from CBSE have this biggest question mark. Should we continue in CBSE only or should we move? You generally see a lot of CBSE schools who have 300 students, 500 students in their class 10th cannot even retain 20 to 30% in their 11th and 12th. That is because majority of them shift to intermediate, that is state board. So in this video, we are going to quickly look at different parameters that will help you understand this question of CBSE versus state. Let's get started. Parameter number 1, syllabus. Under syllabus, I will divide the syllabus into two categories. The first one is selection of subjects. The second one is the content of the subjects. Now, selection of subjects is very different in CBSE and state. Generally, parents don't understand this because CBSE also offer groups like MPC, BIPC, or you say PCM, PCB. Because local market में MPC, BIPC, MEC, CEC, state boards, as I said, are huge in number. CBSE schools also follow the same terminology that is used in the market. However, in intermediate, you have groups, but in CBSE, students can select subjects. Yes, students need not select mathematics, physics, and chemistry. They can even select mathematics, physics and business studies, or entrepreneurship and computer science. They can skip chemistry altogether. But because that does not help the student in cracking any entrance examination, that is not offered in the school. But CBSE schools offer different subjects. So selection of subjects are different, and there are more number of options in CBSE, like you have computer science, you have entrepreneurship, you have business studies, you have physical education, other than the regular subjects of mathematics, biology, physics, chemistry, accountancy, and all of that. Moving on to the second one, that is the content of these subjects. With respect to science, if you are taking intermediate or CBSE, you will not see a lot of change. And what is the proof for that? You see a lot of intermediate students who are preparing for state board competing with CBSE students across the country in entrance examinations like NEET and IIT JEE. But if you see commerce and humanities, there is a huge difference. CBSE commerce and humanities subjects like business studies, economics, accountancy, history, geography, these subjects are really good in CBSE compared to the state board. In state board, students who take MEC, CEC, they are generally looked down upon in the society because the quality of the subjects is low compared to CBSE. If you are interested in commerce and humanities, you can definitely look at CBSE as an option. Because we have discussed about the quality, my next parameter is about the difficulty of the entrance examinations. Let's look into that. The difficulty of the exams is an important parameter for you to understand. The CBSE Class 12 board examinations are of high quality compared to the intermediate or the state board, which means the subject is of high quality, the examinations are of high quality, hence requires a lot of preparation. One of the reasons that students don't take CBSE is because 12th boards are tough. If they take intermediate, they can focus more on the competitive examinations. Same reason goes for commerce also. Sometimes schools even go to an extent that they recommend students who are not performing well to move into state board. So the quality is high, hence the difficulty is also high. In state board or intermediate, you have important questions for the final examinations, but in CBSE, there are important topics, but compared to state board, it is not easy. So I move to my next topic, that is entrance examinations. This is an important understanding. Whether you write IIT JEE or you write NEET or you go for NDA or you go for CUET for the central universities, NCERT is the Bible. Hence, even in intermediate science field, MPC and BPC, students have a similar syllabus. But whereas you look at any other examinations, you will benefit if you are studying NCERT books. So from the entrance exams point of view, other than the state level exams, if you are appearing for any national level exams, it is a common sense that you are preparing a national curriculum and not the state curriculum. My next parameter is recognition. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि स्टेट बोर्ड का रिकॉग्निशन कम है, सीबीएसई का रिकॉग्निशन ज़्यादा है. Whether you are considering colleges and universities in India or you are considering colleges and universities abroad, the recognition for both is same. Whether you are from state board or from CBSE, the recognition is same. My next parameter is a very, very interesting one. That is school infrastructure. Because CBSE has infrastructural norms, because CBSE forces schools to have a ground, forces schools to have a computer lab, library, and all of these things, you will find the infrastructure of CBSE schools are far, far, far better than the state board intermediate colleges. Intermediate colleges requirements are not as much as CBSE. Their purpose is different, and that is intentional from the government for its own reasons. You will see a lot of intermediate colleges like coaching centers which are in a single building. They don't have generally a playground and all of those things. And because there is no computer science subject as such, there is no computer lab requirement also. Hence, the next parameter is the fee structures. As we have seen, the quality of CBSE is high, and most important is the infrastructural cost that the CBSE schools have make the fee structures of CBSE schools a lot higher than the intermediate. Let's say a student who's preparing for IIT JEE might have to go out for coaching because CBSE schools generally do not have integrated coaching of IIT JEE or NEET. Even if they have, they are most likely to collaborate with somebody like Akash or Unacademy or any other coaching institute which is offering IIT JEE and NEET. They will ask them to come to the campus and help their kids in their own school premises. Otherwise, CBSE school students, after their school hours, they go to a separate coaching center. Because the CBSE, only the board syllabus itself is becoming so expensive, a lot of the times students try to choose intermediate, which also has an integrated coaching, because the fees that they are paying for 11th and 12th will be sufficient for the student going for intermediate along with competitive exam coaching. However, it is again a preference and a priority on all these parameters. So overall, if you look at the conclusion, there is no single answer whether CBSE is better or state is better. Student to student, it differs. Hence, if you are looking for a deeper understanding as per your child or as per your own academics, feel free to reach out to us and book a counseling session. We will help you in detail based on your interests, your strengths, and your aspirations, which curriculum could be better for you. Thank you so much.